So it's that time of year again where I show you guys the best mods to come out in the past year. I've done this for the past 2 years now, and we are here again. This time I'm actually going to divide these videos up since Fallout 4 modding has really grown. A lot more mods came out in this past year. I'm going to make standalone videos, one for just the best armor mods, one for the best weapon mods, and finally one video just covering the best mods excluding armor and weapons. This of course is going to be the first of those videos. The next two will come out over the next 2 days. Also a disclaimer, invariably some of you will disagree with some of my pickings on this list. That's totally okay. You have your own opinions. I'd love to see them in the comments down below. And also just a frame of reference, this list is in a very loose order. A ton of thought didn't really go into which mod goes where. It's really just these 5 mods are in my eyes the best ones to be released this past year. Starting things off, we have the NCR Patrolman and Trooper armors. This is a really cool mod for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it brings in the old NCR Trooper armors that you did see in Fallout New Vegas. These were super iconic. They look awesome in Fallout 4, and you probably enjoy seeing them again. They definitely have updated textures, and all around just really bring a pleasant smile to my face due to the nostalgia effect that they do bring. But the real reason this mod shines to me is the NCR Patrolman armors. These things are awesome looking, and has a few different variations, ranging from plate chests to different modifications. A bandolier one is going to be pretty notable and cool, and Fallout wasn't enough, there's even a bunch of other camo options that you can do to customize these armors even further depending on what kind of background mods you are using. Personally, I love using snow mods, so having a snow camo with a snow background does create for a pretty interesting mix here. There's only been a few cool NCR armors in the past, and this is definitely going to be the top of the list, at least for the past year and probably for the foreseeable future.
That one was ugly anyway.
So then we're actually going to have 2 honorable mentions, the first of which being the Black Widow armor. This is a really cool armor, but I feel like it didn't stand out as much as some of the other ones on this list. And even beyond that, the long-awaited classic combat armor. This is another one a lot of people really anticipated, and although being a fairly simple armor, it still looks great, and is going to be another one I imagine a lot of you guys enjoy. This part of the video is actually going to be sponsored by Amazon and Twitch Prime. Something a lot of you guys probably don't know, Twitch Prime actually has a free trial. You can sign up totally for free at no cost to you, and get a ton of cool free content. That's something they've been updating a lot lately. If you're like me, you probably bought a ton of new games with the holidays, and having Twitch Prime, in addition to getting you ad-free and subscriptions on Twitch, also gets you some cool bonuses in certain games. You get a free crate in Call of Duty World War II, a bunch of cool items in Assassin's Creed Origins, and some other cool items in Overwatch. Again, all this is totally free. All you have to do is sign up for the free trial. I will have that link down below, and I highly recommend you guys at least try it out. This one might be a little bit more controversial. Next we do have the Elite Armor from Beyond Boulder Dome. I think this is going to be more my personal preference than some of the other mods on this list. I just absolutely loved the look of this armor. It's fairly simple. Basically what you're seeing right now is what you're going to get with this. I just think it's so generalizable and such a fitting armor for Fallout 4. It is from the mod Beyond Boulder Dome. This is a mod for Fallout New Vegas, adding in, really just fleshing out Boulder Dome, one of the locations in that game. In Fallout 4 we do get some of the armors that did appear in this mod. The Elite Armor in particular got a huge facelift and just looks really cool in the game. It fits really well for being a post-apocalyptic setting, and maybe if you're going for like a commando or mercenary style character. Plus it has a little gas tank on the back, which makes a lot of sense. You know, you're in the apocalypse, you don't know what kind of crazy or stinky things are going on out there. Either way, this was in my eyes one of the coolest looking armors to come out this year, and even though it's not the most feature complete compared to some of the other ones, it definitely has a lot going for it in the looks department. Next we have the Cost Courser Strigidae. This was a long-awaited armor, and ever since we got that first work-in-progress picture, people were hooked on this. The aesthetic of this armor is just breathtaking. It looks awesome. I feel like I don't have to tell you that because you've probably seen it before, and a lot of you guys probably have it in your own game. Fortunately, that's not all this armor has going for it. It also does have integration into the level list of certain coursers that you will find throughout the Institute and your experiences in the Commonwealth, definitely making them more formidable because, well, they're wearing this armor now and look just scarier. But even beyond that, this armor has some custom effects that you can attach to that really unique visor. Things ranging from slowing down time and highlighting weapons. It does also have some of the standard effects you find on other armor types, but this definitely had an effort put in behind it to try and make it feel a little bit more unique, and I definitely appreciate that. All around, I really think this armor is the complete package. If you're not using it already, I definitely would recommend downloading it. It spices up the Institute coursers in a really cool and unique way, as well as provides with you a armor that you can put on yourself or a companion to really just improve your all-around visuals. Then we do have the Chinese stealth suit. This is one that only just makes it onto this list. It was actually uploaded on the 1st of January. This is a cool mod. I compared it to the Creation Club Chinese stealth suit, and this one blows the Creation Club version out of the water. Just naturally, it adds in the super iconic Chinese stealth suit back into Fallout 4. This was something that a ton of us loved in some of the previous Fallout games, especially with that hack glitch, and it's actually integrated in a pretty cool way. You find it on the Yangtze, that Chinese submarine, which obviously makes sense considering it is the Chinese stealth suit, but even beyond that, it does offer new modifications that actually change around the overall appearance of the suit, making it feel much more customizable in Fallout 4 and really just a little bit more of a revamp. I feel like that's the feature that really separates this from the one that did appear in the Creation Club, and the visuals on all of those custom variants are also really cool. And even beyond all of that, in the middle of November, they did mention how an update is coming soon to this, and it's going to be a large update, so that's really exciting. With this mod even being a year old at this point, it's still getting cool updates that should bring some pretty cool new features and a whole new audience to it. And last but not least, we have what is in my eyes the best armor mod to be released this year, and that's going to be Eleanor's Armor Compendium. What this mod is going to do is actually add in a bunch of fairly mundane armors, nothing super cool, at least in my eyes. But all the armors added in by this are pretty cool, and the real cool thing about this is it's integrated into the level list of a ton of NPCs throughout the Commonwealth. I love this mod because downloading this will simply make the Commonwealth look different. If you're like me and you put so many hours into Fallout 4, actually changing around some of the NPCs, trying to refresh the game is something really integral to getting continued enjoyment out of it. Before the Armor Compendium, there really wasn't any mods that did what this one does. It's also super simple to download. It adds in all these cool new armors that you can use for yourself, although I think some of the other ones are more appropriate for self-use, but the real premier aspect, at least for me, is the integration into the level list of the Minutemen, Institute, Railroad, and Settlers. The Minutemen and Settlers especially are people you come into contact with all of the time. Whether you want to or not, you're going to see settlers at your settlements. This again adds in a ton of variety, making them wear really lore-friendly looking armors, but at the same time things that are totally unique so it doesn't become as mundane as the vanilla options. And it's not like you can't use these on your own character. I personally think some of the other armors are a little bit cooler, but everything else on this list is pretty much adding in one new armor. This one's adding in 50 as well as 20 accessories to go along with that. You're going to find something you like on this, and frankly, if you could only download one armor mod that came out in the past year or any time really, this would be the one. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. As always, again, thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you disagree with my list? Do you think something should have been on here that wasn't? But with that, I thank you guys all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.